I'm on top of the league, you're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down. But I'm on top of the league, you're never gonna keep me down. Yeah, thank you.
Martinez won't go with his head.
Yes. If I was a rock star, I would smash my guitar. Yeah, thank you. I'm back to all night, people. Yeah, keep rocking. Let's start the show.
Welcome back to Armchair Gaffer. Do you heard myself walks? Surges.
No, stop doing that, bro. You do it on purpose now. I know you do it on purpose now.
Wrong and strong.
Top of the pops.
Scorch.
Yep.
And special guest. What's your moniker?
Also known as Just Said It.
Football just in from Your Fresh TV Sport, basically, and all that stuff.
A great.
You know, guy thought it's just a matter of time for the Guardiola.
Just go Guardiola.
You see that youth there? That kid is like he's gonna be the just like that name is gonna.
He's gonna rise.
They're gonna pop up. It's gonna pop up.
By the way, guys, as you can see, SB's not here today. Just Go's taking his spot. Last week we had some comments saying the guy in the middle was good. I don't want to butcher his name. It's Just as in J-U-S and then Cole as in Colin Powell, former Secretary of Defence.
Just is good enough. J-U-S is good enough.
Just Go, Colin Powell. Before we get started, small public service announcement. For our Spotify and Apple podcasts and podcast listeners, we do things throughout the week, so you only catch us on the Monday. But if you go onto YouTube, you can see us like Monday, Tuesday.
Craig David style.
Yeah. Monday, do a live stream on a Tuesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, you send it on a Wednesday.
No, on a Wednesday.
And on Thursday. Yeah, literally.
Friday.
So anyone on Apple Pods or Spotify or Google Pods or any of them other DSPs, if you want to see us more times or hear us more than on Monday, go to YouTube. You see us all of the time.
Hey, Craig David chopped by Wednesday though.
I know, man, that chopped
prolific
by before Wednesday.
No, but I'm saying like he's like
it's a bit of a shame that
he done it on a like he's being a gentleman and chopped by Wednesday.
I think that's a lot about
Tuesday.
Bro, I think
So it might have been Tuesday night, you know that after 12 o'clock.
After hours.
After the drink.
Bro, he actually might be a 48-hour guy.
Bro, you met her on the Monday, yeah?
He's just bucked her on the Monday.
Linked her on the Tuesday, took her out for a drink. But you know after 12 o'clock it's technically Wednesday.
No, but you know this as well. You see on the Monday, yeah, when he's bucked her,
yeah,
I'm gonna just go out on a limb and say he's met her in the evening.
She said it's a quick turnover.
Quick turnover.
It goes like that sometimes.
Hey, what's it? What is it? Sundays and Thursdays.
Yes.
Quick turnover.
Yes.
Also,
stay fresh.
Before I forget, guys, we need you to like these videos.
Okay, yes, it's very important.
No, more than you believe. More than you believe. You have to like the videos. We want to get likes. More than you believe. So we need you right now, as I'm speaking to you, in España, and everybody Spanish beer. We need you to press the button. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything.
It doesn't cost anything.
Okay.
It's
Press the like button. Okay. Everybody's happy. More than you believe. Muchas gracias.
Jess, thank you so much.
Bueno.
I have a lot to say. My team is climbing the table at a crazy rate of knots. But
I was gonna say, like what?
I thrive off negativity. So there's only one place we need to start.
The bottom of the table.
And that is, in the bottom of the table or the mid-table.
Mid-table scrap.
Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Yesterday in the borough of Kensington in Chelsea lost to lowly Southampton, who were once managed by semi-pro rugby player Nathan Jones, who's no longer there, and James Ward-Prowse is now one shy of David Beckham's free kick record, and he put Chelsea to the sword. It probably should have been more, I think, based on that first half, but yeah, Chelsea suffered another narrow defeat to bottom of the table Southampton. What are our thoughts on Chelsea? Is it time for them to pull the plug? I know they've been nice and they've come out and backed Potter and said we stand by him. It's a long-term thing. But surely there has to be a point where they say enough is enough.
I just want to quickly say, we ain't got SB here, but it's only right that speaking about Potter, we
use the catchphrase?
Yeah, it's either bleed
or concede.
That's
sometimes both, yeah.
that's the situation that we're in. Sorry, just
I don't think you, brother. I'm glad you got that out there because I've forgotten. Dan, you just said that they're going to stand by Potter because it's a long-term project.
Yeah.
Now, that's great because I think too often we're asking the managers to get sacked. However, the speed at which they spend money doesn't tell me long-term project.
it gives a different indication.
Yeah, what they've done, they're driving down, indicated left, and they've sacked in reverse. Going back. That's what they've done. Yeah, that's what they're doing because when you spend money at that rate, that velocity, okay, you're telling me you want to change.
They're driving down already, indicating left.
Yes, and then going backwards. That's what they've done. Like, never let them know your next move.
Code.
Essentially, because you're spending money. The way you're doing it tells me you want to fix this now, like right now, more than you believe.
No, I feel like when you spend that much money, you're not trying to fix anything. It's not a fixing thing.
No, it has to happen.
See, when you buy your new yard, it's your new yard. Like you're gonna just got a hole in the roof. Like when you spend all of the money, you're not like you spent all the money for your house, got the builders in, done all the stuff. Move into the yard. There's a big fucking hole in the roof.
Up top, yeah.
Big hole.
I'll tell you what you're not going to do, is buy new doorknobs and ignore the hole in the roof.
No, and you know what you're not going to do? Keep the builders.
Yeah. You don't want to keep the builders.
You know what he's going to say also as well? You see what you're saying about like when you're spending money,
indicate left.
What do you expect? No, not that. Sorry. When you buy a standard ticket, like to get on a train. When you buy the first class one, it costs
a little bit extra. There's a premium,
but you get a bit more.
With leg room, you get maybe some complimentary things.
Charger, maybe.
Little charger port. I'm looking at it, I'm saying, I just don't like everything they're doing is
first class ticket, but they're standing.
And it's on. You're waiting. Train's late, and it's packed.
It's not good. Losing at home to Southampton stinks, and it's only going to ramp up the pressure on Potter, who is adamant that he is not the problem, and he did admit that the home defeat against Southampton was a step back. Josco, do you think Chelsea should stand by him? Have you seen enough from Graham Potter from his time at Osterson's, as we always talk about, Swansea, Brighton, and now Chelsea? Do you think he deserves time?
It's a difficult one, because if I'm basing it off of him and his abilities as a manager, yes, but as the structure of the club, no, because it doesn't correlate with his philosophy. Like the way they're going about things at that club, for me, there's no cohesion between the manager and the philosophy and structure of the club. This isn't for me. This isn't Graham. This ain't Graham. So for me, you're not gonna thrive under these circumstances. This is like a typical Chelsea short fix type of hard hitting manager circumstances. This is Carlo. This is JM. This is that type of style of manager. This is not Graham.
And I tell you what as well, you've taken a manager who's a specialist in going to Ecuador, going to the jungle, into the villages. I don't know the proper favelas they might do. Peeping over park fences, finding the next big thing, because he can. Yes. He's at a place where he can risk it. You can go to.
Nobody knows when they sign someone and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, there probably is, but
to Tokyo, Osaka, and find nobody, who's popping over there. Yeah. Maybe he's not ready for the big leagues, but take a punt because you're at that place. What you can't do at Chelsea is do that. At Chelsea, we need proven players. We need people who we can.
That's the problem.
Because we needed to win yesterday.
But that's the problem. You see, Potter, he's used to similar to Arteta. He's good with players that are manipulatable. He can manipulate them. He can fine tune their minds. He can condition them.
Yeah.
That's why Arteta, the players that he got, they're already their old men. He got rid of them already because I can't indoctrinate your mind. Yeah. Potter's that same way. So these players that are coming in, they're looking at Potter like, who the hell are you?
I hear you on that. Don't you think though the profile of the players they've signed in, say Madueke, Modric, Fofana, Badiashile, they're all fairly young.
No, because age, you see age. Don't get twisted the age and profile.
Okay.
There's not this thing where because they're young, they're impressionable. there's youths that are 12 in their academy. You can't tell them that. They've already got almost 1 million followers. They're already the maddest thing. The agents, bad, like bigging them up. Like you can't tell them. But bro, Simmons at the PSG, bro, you can't tell these. There's certain the young youths that they're buying are high profile, highly sought after as well. Yes, they're saying they've already played on a big manager. They're looking on Potter like you to tell me about
Champions League, European experience, right? Yeah.
Do you know what? You see the game, yesterday. Yeah, it's starting to like. I weren't thinking this before at no point. But it's starting to look weird.
In what sense?
Like, I'm not suggesting man are like missing on purpose. No, I'm not saying it's that, but it is getting weird though. Like, it's bizarre. Like man are like it's different when you're not creating. When you're not creating, you can talk about the system, motivate, all kinds of things, yeah. But when man are missing. Like missing ain't the same as not creating chances or not having the right man to take the chances. You're missing. Like you don't need strikers. Like you're actually missing.
I will say this: they have struggled for 3-4 years to have a killer who actually gets the job done. One of my Chelsea friends, he says it after every single loss. He's like, whether it be Frank, whether it be Tuchel. And now Potter, get them out on the training field and work on finishing. There's only so much you can do, and I guess Scorch, you said it on the way here. Chelsea,
no sense.
It's not finishing.
No, I mean that would make sense, yeah. If you're
so all of you lot, apart from Walks, are bare quiet in your max. So yeah,
it would make sense if you're a club that haven't got resources, but they can just go and buy someone that finishes. That's what I mean when I say it doesn't make sense.
They did though, didn't they? They bought Lukaku. Coming off the back of
what they done? So they bought Lukaku, but then they didn't play to his strengths. So it made no sense. Like people might think it's wild, but Lukaku got a lot of stick, but he still finished the top scorer.
Scored 15 goals. Lukaku did the same thing that Haaland's doing right now.
Thank you, my guy. I didn't want to say it because I know people say Lukaku, Haaland, you can't compare. But you can't compare the two in levels, but they are similar profile strikers.
You say relatively in their own spaces.
The profile of how you have to play towards their strengths. They're the similar profile strikers. So you bring Lukaku in, and I see the frustration on him, bro. Like when he's making 3-4 runs and no crosses coming in the box.
And the only person that will pass him the ball, the only person willing to risk the ball is Ziyech
or Reece
James. Same thing. When you look at City, I see the same thing.
How do we see Chelsea solving their problems if Potter is to stay? What would you guys change? Like, would you change the defense, midfield, the composition of midfield? Would you bring in maybe Aubameyang, who has played under a million different managers, bar Arteta, and they have so many good things to say about him. It seems like he's just been jettisoned and put away in the cupboard.
You know, Potter's been saying he's training really well, and they said to him, "What do you think? What do you think Pierre has to do to get himself in the team?" He said,
"He has to lie about his age.
Just keep training really well." I said, "Okay, you think he's 17?"
He has to lie about his age and start pressing like a madman.
Chelsea's problems are infinite because they've got too many players. I said that ages ago. They got to get these players to jump.
By the way, just said to me in the summer, this isn't going to work because there's too many players. And then you know what they've done?
They bought more players. And the thing I'm going to say next is, what they're going to do next in the next window, they're going to buy more players.
Got like 100 on loan.
Every window that comes out, they're going to buy more players. So what Chelsea needs,
I don't know though, you know.
They'll buy at least 2 players every window. I guess.
Oh yeah, that's you have to.
That's more players.
Well, they actually don't have to, but
but they will.
They will have to.
If we go by what they've done.
Weirdly.
So if you ask me, what they need to do is stop buying players. Just stop completely and work. Start where you are and use what you have, Chelsea. Okay. And I just realised today that Chelsea are not going to get Champions League.
Oh yeah, we're saying that that's just not happening. I think the competition is probably too tough this year for you to stumble into it. It would take a big turn of events, and I guess Liverpool are somewhat an awakening giant who I guess add to that, and then you've got the West jobs in Fulham and Brentford, the biggest teams.
There's only one place for up for grabs.
Sorry, what was that?
The biggest teams in West London.
Who?
Brentford and Fulham.
Oh,
Southampton don't have a manager. Ruben Selles says like he's.
I was going to ask you. Who was in
Who
charge?
was steering the ship?
Yeah, who was in charge when
It
they
wasn't
beat
Jesse
them?
Marsh because that broke down.
He speaks well though.
Ruben Selles. Yeah, he had them pressing and whatnot.
Do you know who I thought it was? No, Cap. You man are gonna think I'm mad. Do you know I thought it was So I know this don't make sense, but I thought it was Johnny. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Wolves.
Yeah.
They have a similar.
I swear to God, yeah. I looked. I said,
I
"Oh,
can see it.
And then I clocked. Nah, man, this can't. Yeah, it can't be Johnny.
Since we're talking about Southampton, I want to say that
Armel.
James Ward-Prowse is not good for.
I'm so. Can you shake my hand? Because I was having a convo the other day, and no, I'm sorry, Walks, bro. You're not gonna do that snob shit. Yeah.
You lot are mad.
No, I'm gonna get where I'm going. Man was saying to me, Tottenham Hotspur need to buy James Ward-Prowse, and I'm like, why the fuck do we need to buy James Ward-Prowse? And they said we've got nobody for set pieces, and I said,
A quarterback.
what like? And I started.
More need a Madison than a James.
I started to think, bro. You see, Ward-Prowse. I like you. You're a good footballer. You've got quality.
Yeah.
But you're meaty. Like no, sorry.
Without the delivery,
Without the set pieces,
without the
you are just a calm Premier League. I'm not saying nothing mad. He's a Premier League standard player.
Bigger than Southampton, but not like.
But the problem is Southampton think he's worth more than £30 million.
Last year it was £7
He's gold.
Yes,
To them.
yeah.
Phillips
but
is going for 50. It's like.
No. But Phillips is a fraud.
They call it Black Swan. They call us, yeah. But no, JWP man, give that man his respect. Yeah, one off Beckham now. Him and Romeu back in the day, they used to crush guys.
No, he's a decent
I've
player.
seen
Like,
them.
he's not saying he's a bad
Just
player.
you must have seen it. They've moved to Man United. They've like guys, some big names who.
I even thought he was a
Seen them
bit.
get moved to.
You're taking Phillips and who didn't kick a ball
And
before
Blackwood's Matthew can't go.
when he went England. Like he didn't kick a ball. You took him with England.
I like to judge players on what they've
over
done.
JWP. Like
And apart from free kicks, there's not much.
No, he did have a little season. There was a season he started whacking him from the edge of the box,
Yes.
remember? Yeah, but
When was
now
that?
they're bottom of the league again, Dan,
When was
battling relegation, and he's leading the shit again.
It's more than him, man.
Every season.
I'm
Do
sure
you know
Gaffers.
who's to blame, Scorch?
Yes.
He did. Okay, cool.
I'm sure Gaffers. Is JWP?
I got ahead of that.
I'm
Didn't
saying
even
no.
hear it.
I'm
Let's
saying
move
no.
on.
No, sorry. Lastly, Chelsea, before we go.
Okay, yeah.
'Cause
Because we haven't.
I got some-
solution just yet.
I got some stats here. They're not really stats or facts. Yeah.
All facts.
So what I did, I was trying to. You seen a little Potter out campaign starting? I was thinking, there's no way. There's no way that Chelsea can spend. And I was trying to work out what the number was. So no one did really know. So we just said 300. It's probably more than 300 million, but we just rounded it down to the nearest 100
if
million.
you know, put it in the comments.
Yeah. So he spent 300 M's on players we assume for Tuchel because you bought Aubameyang.
Oh, yeah.
Sterling.
So I'm gonna guess these are for you.
Sterling was too cool as well.
Yeah. But then 2 seconds later, after spending 3 bills on this guy, you sack him off. No worries though. But he had some hand in some of those signings though.
Yeah, 100%.
You get a new geezer. Cool, whatever. One for the future project, all that stuff. You spend a similar amount of money. We're gonna just round it to the nearest 100 million again.
Round up to the nearest 100, yeah.
Probably round it down.
What?
300 M's again. Potter. So we got 600. So we got. But now he's under pressure. And let's be real. When Chelsea are losing to bottom of the table, managerless
Down and out, Southampton.
He did
Southampton.
bang a goal.
Like, and they can't. It's the goal scoring is the issue. At this point, like Potter has to go, innit? Yeah. No, just being serious.
Yeah.
Potter just has to go because Chelsea's gonna drop onto page 2 of the table, and that's just not Chelsea.
That's what they're feeling.
But the problem is there's no fucking way on God's earth you're gonna spend 100 M's and 300 M's on one man and sack him 2 weeks later, then the next guy you bring in, you spend 300 M's on him and sack him 2 months later. There's no way.
Never know with Todd. Never know with Todd. I heard someone say, I can't remember who said it. It was like, Rob, maybe Todd is moving fast with the money because he's trying to quickly tick off the little tick list that Abramovich gave him.
Yeah.
So like, maybe he's just trying to rub it all out season one. Like.
He's got a commitment, but he's burning through it though.
No,
yeah, maybe he's just trying to rub it out. Like,
money part of it is going through very fast. He's got to spend 1.5 billion.
Mm-hmm.
However, he can't take money out for another 10 years. Yeah. So I don't know about that bit.
You might as well service it.
Don't you? If I was Chelsea fans, I would genuinely worry that I end up in a scenario where we've got this massive outlay and now we're stuck with these players.
They all got like 7-year contracts.
The supermaxes.
I'd be a bit worried because it looks like. Do you really think it's sustainable spending 600 M's a season and not getting what you want? Because that geezer that went to Everton was rich. And now, man can't even spend no money. Man can't even buy players. Even with your own money.
I wouldn't wish that.
Todd's a crook.
I wouldn't wish that on Chelsea ever. Speaking of, mid-table, bottom of the table, let's look up. Jess, your men proved to be mentality monsters. They've taken that moniker from Liverpool, it seems. All these late goals, pressure, crisis, star man missing in number 5, replaced by J5.
Star men.
And yes, sorry, I forget Gabriel Jesus, but they're still getting it done. The title race goes on. Arsenal won 4-2 against Unai Emery's Aston Villa, and Arsenal. I think George Graham remains the only manager that once managed Arsenal to beat them, which is a great trend. The title race is back on. Jess, are they still favourites? Yeah, only one ex-Arsenal manager has come back to beat them. That was George Graham.
But we've had many in the Premier League. We've only had like 1 or 2 ex-managers. We've had one.
Well, yeah, it's only
but I don't
Bruce
think,
Rioch.
I don't think it's just the Premier League.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but in our life.
No, but who would they be? It's like Unai, Bruce Rioch, Graham, and then we're stuck.
Freddie Ljungberg.
Guys, when I speak, people think I'm a lunatic because I don't play defense and I say what I believe. Okay. On New Year's Day, on Christmas Day, Arsenal were 5 points clear of City at the top of the table. Fast forward to this massive collapse, this Highbury apple crumble. You only get it in Highbury. It's fantastic.
Yeah. It was on.
And despite all that, the crumble, the collapse, the elephant falling off the branch, somehow 10 games later, well 9 for us, we're still on top of the table, 2 points above City, having played a game less. So for me, nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed.
I just told you, it was after 14 games.
I feel like
after 14 games, we were 5 points clear of City. Yeah, haven't played the same number of games. Skip past to the collapse and everything. Yeah, we're now still above them by 2 points, having played a game less. So what's changed?
See, at 89 minutes, I bet you didn't feel like that.
No, not at all.
Forget how I feel.
What has
Forget how
changed?
Forget how I feel. Let's look at what has happened.
You've dropped as many points in the last 4 than you did in the first 19. So
let's talk about the facts.
So there was.
So roll that back. Sorry, say that again.
So yeah, prior to yesterday, I think it was across the previous 4 games, they'd lost as many points as they had in the first 19. So something had changed.
Yeah,
we can't ignore that you lost
the cup match that they lost to City.
There was a blip.
There was a blip. But credit to them, they fought back because yesterday could have been another blip. It was looking like
it was looking like blippery.
Very
Martinez came to the rescue, man. Gave the little backhand
inside.
A lot of teams, Man City do often. They pull goals out at the last minute, and that was also Man City. They do it. Yeah, it looks like blippery if you use that word. But in the end, they score the goals. Everyone forgets about it. All that matters is the result and the final standing. So when I say nothing has changed, I'm talking about standing. So that's what I was referencing.
No, there's a difference. There's a difference. Because Man City will have control of the whole game. And so it's not end to end like basketball, bro. Like it's different.
That's the old City. This new City aren't doing that.
Yeah, I disagree.
Yeah. We're not talking about this City. We're talking about City
that win the league.
Number one.
But then, you mentioned City that score in the last minute. This one, don't do that.
Yeah, it's a
I'm saying,
different
it's about blippery, but we got to start. No, I like the word, We're going to talk about blips, We had ours it was a storm in a teacup.
It was stormy though.
Yeah, and it was a teacup.
It was grande.
Oh, hey, listen.
It's not the fun fair. Not the fun fair.
Exactly.
You know that man come to the back of it and
and I got to keep going back on this, Despite my man at the Blue Bucks been in the Waltzer,
Do you know the worst? You know that guy he's got on Tim's.
You start to feel like he's picking on man. I start to feel, hold on. Is he just
doing the odd thing? He shoves his foot on the thing, for extra talk. Sorry,
Despite it's cool. Despite all of that, somehow Arsenal, having played a game less, are still points clear at the top. So my point I'm making is that whereas other teams drop points throughout the season, we had a little blip in a condensed period. And the result is everything still the same, equilibrium.
Question, if you had a blip in such a condensed period, at a time when if you Google Arsenal curse, it will come up and say February. What's the blip showing us? Like, what's the blip telling us? Because you understand, if there's a man that's got injured, like, I don't know, Casemiro, boom, if it gets weird, I know why. My brain says, oh yeah, like Casemiro's out. So I'm trying to understand why is it, like, is it schedule, or is it, question, and don't take this as a attack, is it just man are fucking feeling the pressure a little bit?
Yeah, that is what it is.
And I don't think
the first question is how you respond, and the response was there to be seen yesterday.
I agree with that. Because that's the thing. I was thinking, like, being honest, you can pick apart the performance, but that's the whole point of the second half of the season. Like, it's not lit, it's not sunny, it's not vibesy. You know your new signing is not he's not Messi or Neymar. You know that now. Like, you know this guy's not going to change the world. Like, he's just, like, you hope he does well enough, We're in that section of the season. Relegation's feeling real. Man are genuinely thinking about living in different places. It's all very real now. So you see Arsenal, they didn't need to play well. They didn't need to play sick. They need to get through the game with no injuries and get 3 points. And then their fans can say, oh, you're not talking about, it's not a blip, 4-2. And then you see in the meantime, when everybody else has got Champions League and got to concentrate on that, we just, listen guys, we had a wobble, let's get back to it.
No, I read about Arsenal, what I have to give them credit for is they stick to their formula of playing, their way of playing. It don't matter if
some people say it's a bad thing. I saw SB last week, he said there's no plan B.
It can be looked on as a bad thing, but you know why I think it's a good thing is because you see when shit's hitting the fan, like, your head goes, bro. You see, like, for you to stay kind of
Potter,
like, even if you're in the gym, you see when that man slaps on too much weight and tries to do a bench press, his form goes mad. He starts doing all of that. Then there's the next man where he's struggling, but his form is still, he keeps his foot. That's how Arsenal look to man. Even when, like, they're struggling, like, their way of playing, their philosophy, what Arteta is telling them is still golden, like, it's still gospel. Because we've all been on the pitch, where shit's going to fan and you're like, what would the manager say? Hey, come up front. I just launch it, like, everything goes mad. Like, the discipline, that shows me that
they
like,
believe,
whether they win it or not, their thing ain't to be messed with. Like, the overall structure of their team.
And also as well, with regards to Arsenal not making changes, Arteta could be right in doing that, or it could be wrong. But all that matters is the final result. Because if he does it, doesn't make any changes, and Arsenal win the league, well done, he stuck to his guns and he got the result. If he sticks to his guns and we don't, people say that was the wrong thing to do. So it doesn't matter what he does, as long as the result at the end of the season.
He made changes though. Let's give him a bit of credit because he brought Tommy on, he brought Martinelli on, he brought Vieira on. Like, even when he took off Odegaard and Zinchenko, I was thinking, is it really that time?
Also as well, sorry, I remember Arsenal missing 2 key players. Thomas Partey, who we don't win without, and Jesus, who changed
I've got
us.
something on the Partey and Jorginho thing. I know the Jorginho signing divided opinion across the fan base and the football world. I think
Casual fans.
that, hear me out, in some settings, and I think
It's going to be more common
that Arsenal are going to face these teams with a low block. Jorginho is better suited playing against these teams.
That's what.
Yes.
I'm not against that.
I think
Jorginho played the pass
around the box. Partey does not have what Jorginho.
but he's got the big finesse.
Yeah, that comes out once or twice a season,
Bro.
But if you're playing against low blocks, the Jorginho
That's
signing
what you
is
said.
cash money.
Like, there's a,
Why
when
would they not get mad at that? That's a good point.
when fucking City and Arsenal played each other, yeah, I don't know if you lot see it. There was a first time ball that Jorginho played, yeah, from, it was like maybe in line with the post or slightly to the right of the post, just outside the box, and he played like he gave them the eyes, and he played like a reverse pass, yeah, to the back post on the deck, but it's gone like through players.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. You'll think it's a cross coming.
He's just and he's
He
done
played
it
a
on the
part
deck
into the area.
through
Yeah,
guys.
Yeah, but if you ain't on that wavelength, you're just gonna look at it afterwards and think, oh shit,
That's mad.
I should have got onto that.
But you see that though, like that's something that Arsenal could do with, because there's gonna, in my opinion, yeah, there's more need for that in probably what Arsenal are gonna face for the rest of the season than Thomas Partey, and not like I'm saying what Thomas Partey offers ain't needed, but I just think there's more chance that man can dominate games, and more teams are gonna say, you know what, we're not having a goal because it's second half.
Me personally,
Same.
I'm still starting Thomas every time. But why I said that signing was a stroke of genius, I said it, is because Thomas Partey is never going to be available for the whole season.
Yeah.
He
so
was
before
way
Jorginho,
ahead.
he was doing.
Yeah.
They even played him in the when they played him in the cup game against City. I said, really?
Yeah, he outdid himself. in
So
terms of-
and after that is when he the fitness went mad. So like when they signed Jorginho, I said that's a stroke of genius, because when Thomas ain't there, it's Sammy and them man. And
that's
it's a
a job,
whole
yeah.
different thing.
That's a different-
You see what I'm trying to say? So and Jorginho, whether he starts or not, he still brings that. He's a leader.
There's
He's
now
been a
s-
captain everywhere he goes.
He's
He
won
brings
stuff.
that in the
Big
dressing
things.
room, that winning mentality. He brings that knowledge, that experience, and look, you don't even just have to go back to the City game. The game against Villa, he slided one in. Yeah, discreet. He slided one in to Saka.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Saka took it on his right foot and scuffed it straight at Martinez. He should have picked a corner. He scuffed it straight at Martinez. I said that ball there. None of the commentators mentioned it, but I said that ball there
That's the stuff that's
is
going
a
on
mad
in
ball,
the
because anyone else he looked out wide like to the fullback.
safe pass.
Yeah, to
Disguise.
wide, yeah. And but it's like peripheral. He saw Saka in between the fullback and the centre back, and he just slided
Yeah,
it.
I say something, yeah, and this is what I saw online, because I know you guys don't say stuff. Someone compared the signing of Jorginho at Arsenal to the signing, and let me say it, Dan, please, because we can hear you huffing and puffing already.
I'm ready to just be like.
Someone compared the signing of Jorginho at Arsenal at the age of 31 to another 31-year-old who was let go by his club and taken up by another club and dominated for the next 3 to 4 years, and that was Andrea Pirlo.
Drugs.
That's what I knew you said this. I didn't say this.
Just say no, kids.
I didn't even know. Listen, yeah.
I can't believe the disrespect.
That's a bit.
I guess Arsenal.
I feel the same way when I hear Partey and Casemiro stuff. Like it's just Arsenal, innit? Like, but yeah, here we go. innit?
Yeah.
One
Arsenal,
more
fantastic.
thing before we
Yeah.
go from that though, because you said two. We all spoke about Partey, but you said the two.
Jesus.
Yeah, see, I disagree with
Set
that.
to be back.
I feel
Something
like
to-
everyone goes on like Jesus is the hero and savior, second coming of R9. I don't see it. Like he's banged 5 goals.
Yeah, me and you are just parring.
It's bigger than that.
He bangs 5. No, I know he brings a lot to the team.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, as a striker, you bang 5 goals, bro. And before he got injured, he went on like a 7-8 game
It was
run.
9
game
Bro,
drought.
It went into-
Bro.
Like you go to Brazil, Richarlison's ahead of you. Like
Who had
for me,
scored
you're
2
at.
Champions League.
Hey, what did we just say about Barcelona starting their second team?
Yeah,
Who
second
started? Ferran Torres.
Ferran
Torres.
At City, who got dropped for Ferran Torres up front? Jesus. They
Who's
said
saying-
Pep said Jesus, you go right
Go
with.
do the right way.
Ferran Torres, you go up
Correct,
front.
Which is insane, by the way.
What you're saying is correct. But
Ferran's
there's no
whoever that
denying the
player is
impact, the visible impact he had on the Arsenal team.
I do.
And the numbers that the other players around him got as a result.
But I
Jack-
just
the
feel
Jackers of the
like
world
I feel
missing.
like it's a thing where like you see when Martinelli's not firing.
Yeah.
Me, I'm a man. I'd rather fling him left wing.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd rather fling him left wing
And
up
who played down the
front.
middle? Eddie.
I still pick Eddie, bro.
Okay.
Because as crap as Eddie plays sometimes, yeah, I've got more faith that he's gonna nick one. just shin it, just scuff one in the box. Like, you know, one of them low block teams where it's like you're pinning them in. I feel like he's gonna scuff one. Like
get that out.
I think like we're just in some new world where like everyone's so clever. Like, bro, they played similar amount of games. One guy scored more goals, and that's the bottom line.
We've got favourites.
Like, we start saying weird, bro. We start being weird. Like, bro, we start saying weird stuff. Yeah, like you know, when Gabriel Jesus plays, man, the team just plays so well, man. But when it's Eddie and Nketiah, like, no, bro, when Eddie and Nketiah plays, Arsenal juke ball, dominate teams, create their chances, and win games. Yeah. Sometimes he scores them, sometimes his other man.
Put one on the plate for Odegaard.
What we talking?
Them two yesterday should have.
Bro,
I think they created 7 big chances, I think, between them yesterday.
And no one spoke about the Odegaard miss. They only speak about Eddie's miss.
Only because we won.
Seven big chances.
No, but in my group chat, they all speaking about Eddie's miss. Yeah, no one spoke about Odegaard.
You see when at the end of the season, yeah. You see when Balogun comes back. What is bad is let me guess. I'm sure Gabriel Jesus is considerably miles apart from him as well, right?
Balogun's going along the Premier League team next season.
But do you get what I'm saying though? Because I can already see like, man, are putting Gabriel Jesus on a level that he's not. Like, Gabriel Jesus, do you know what he was? You see Gabriel Jesus, do you know what he was? Much like Weghorst, a transformative signing. Do you get it? No. He's a transformative signing. You know why? Because he himself has got 5 goals as a striker. 5 goals. That's cool. He's got 10 GA for his section of the season, in my opinion, which isn't great. But you see what he did for the rest of the team is sick. Much like Wout Weghorst, who we don't think is sick.
And what did they do with what did Eric do with Wout? He said, I've clocked your team.
Yeah.
So go centre mid.
Yeah.
Go
you're allowed to
the team. You bring something to the team, but it's not exactly the striker team.
Yeah.
So go centre mid, because I feel like as strikers, it's like we've got away from judging strikers on goals. It's like I hear a lot. All Nketiah can do is score. He scores it. That's all he brings. It's madness. Like,
bro, why are we dissing strikers scoring goals?
Man was saying, yeah, but Jesus presses and
bro. And you see when people start talking about all of that stuff like that, you've just been zanged by the club you support. Madness. Like, you're supporting striker not scoring because he's helping a midfielder do midfield stuff, like win the ball back and
Lewandowski and Benzema.
Like, what are we talking about?
Like, some things you don't see, yeah. Like, you talk to me a lot of time about things at Tottenham that I don't see because I'm not seeing them through Tottenham eyes. So there's some things you got to look at through only your club's eyes. Like, even for me, Wout Weghorst is still a no. But you guys are seeing things that I'm not seeing because I'm not United supporter.
I'm not United supporter.
Pardon me?
But the difference is, Wout wouldn't start in our first 11.
But I'm saying
they want Jesus in their first 11, non-negotiable.
You guys introduced that Arsenal, you guys won't understand because you're not Arsenal supporters. And things are Tottenham, I won't understand because I'm supporting Tottenham. A lot of time you call me and you say things, I'm like, I don't know. Skip, for example. I
bare years, I used to ring him and jacked him like Skip, and he really wanted it.
Before we move on, there's a new beef cooking. It's frying, and it is between 2 people at the same club, Unai Emery and Emi Martinez. Diss records. I haven't heard Emi Martinez's diss record yet, but Emery's been going
loaded up.
Yeah, he's in the studio. Emery was going after him after he won the World Cup, and he wasn't impressed with Emi Martinez's.
Emi Martinez is like the game
antics. G Unit game.
Yeah. Previously of G Unit game.
He decided upon himself, take it upon himself to become the hero after scoring an own goal, going up the pitch and leaving his goal wide open.
Hey, you see when he got in the box as well, yeah? He turned to Tyrone Mings and he gave him some pep talk like say, you run that way, yeah, and I'm gonna run this way, yeah.
He was just
9. Saying in Spanish because he's Spanish.
9 what?
9 minutes. That's how much time he wasted yesterday.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. He was
who?
Every one team's wasted 9 minutes.
So he's the top shot.
And then so all the time he wasted is what Arsenal used in stoppage time to score those 2 goals.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like
man made Martinelli do the Ross Barkley. He's out there and celebrate before he.
That was
Senor Muggy.
I'll be honest, bit muggy. Because you know what? You know why it's muggy? You know why it's muggy? Because he done it like this. You know when he
He
did
done a
that?
scared one. He done a scared one.
He went.
Now Ross owned it, but then he missed. But Ross owned it. He done a scared one.
You know
Ross
what?
missed?
No, he scored the one as well.
Oh, he scored that
Yeah,
one.
he scored.
There's
Do you know
one
what's
way he
very funny?
missed.
No,
he
I've
nearly
seen the
forgot
clip.
to score.
It's a fake clip.
Swear
Yeah,
down.
he scored.
Yeah, he scored.
Oh, big up my
Because
guy,
he
Ross.
done, and then he nearly forgets to kind of score, innit?
It's too easy. But yeah, enough.
By the way,
Villa.
Ross scored a fucking banger the other day for Leeds. Wow.
He's taken over.
Ability-wise, he can't. He's got it.
Clean strike. Yeah, Arsenal bossing things at the top of the table. Man United can't make their mind up. It seems as if some weeks they don't want to be in the title race, other weeks they do, and this week it seems like Man United want to be in the Premier League title race. United are now 5 points off of Arsenal and 3 points off Manchester City. Josco, your thoughts on today's game at home to Leicester?
Yeah.
Who have caused Man United issues in recent years.
Yeah, they caused a couple teams issues
Spurs.
recently. Yeah. So originally, I was anxious about this game due to Thursday night.
Congestion.
We put a lot into that basket. We played
One
that
of the best
game.
games of the season.
Yeah, we played that game like it was the final,
Yeah,
like
some people
of
say
a
it's
Champions
the
League
best
or
game
something.
they have seen since the World Cup final.
Bro, we put a lot into that game, bro. And it's like, so I was worried. So I was firstly worried about, is he going to play a second string team?
Yes.
Which rarely would be a first string team, considering we got 7+ first team players out. So I was worried, and then I was also worried if he overplays some players. It's just all, I don't know how this is going to work, because Leicester are on a high right now.
Yeah. They've
So-
they've turned things around since their horrible start.
And I think it started out kind of like that. It started out
Harvey
kind of
Barnes going through on goal.
Exactly
being
that.
saved from De Gea.
By
that.
No, Harvey Barnes has to bag that.
There's no excuses.
Yeah.
I don't.
No.
I don't think if you're cold, any time in the game you have to score that.
What's
If you're
the
serious.
save, but
Just
it's
slot it.
Yeah.
Do you know what he's done? He's just hit it.
He put it to the side of him a bit, but not with conviction.
He's
He
put
didn't-
it-
he
he's
didn't
put it
do what
exactly
Rashford
where
did.
Thing wants it.
See what Rashford did? That's conviction. That's
Time slowed down.
whatever you do in that goal, you ain't saying
You're not
this.
saying this, yeah.
He done it
That
where
emotional route.
I'm gonna do textbook what I've been told. Put it to the side of the keeper and hopefully it goes in.
A great finish. But yeah, Leicester started well, and yeah, I guess United have been fairly solid under Ten Hag, and yeah, today it was a little bit shaky. Lindelof coming back in, who I thought was good.
He grew into the game. Can we speak about Dalot quickly? Yeah.
What are your thoughts? Who
Because
is Man
yeah,
United's best right back?
you know, this is why I want to get onto this. Yeah, is because
Form.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka gets a lot of stick
Yes.
for his. They all when they compare Dalot and Wan-Bissaka,
Aesthetics.
they say I want Dalot because he's better going forward. Yeah.
How
If
many
you check the
assists?
statistics, he don't score and he don't make many assists. He's probably got like 1 assist and 0 goals.
No, but output and being better going forward ain't the same though.
It isn't.
Looks better than forward.
I know what you mean, but this is what Dalot's got. He can pop it better.
Yeah, like
He
he's
can pop it in the build-up.
Dalot's just more accomplished.
In the build-up, he can pop it better. But when he gets to that last third, he's terrible.
Same guy, yeah.
The cross goes.
No, but
under him,
guys,
under
no,
him.
but I know you lot saw this. Because you lot support Man U. He hit one, I think, midweek.
It was midweek.
When he hit the, when he
last week
the
against
crossbar.
Leeds.
It's up there or
Yes,
down
Leeds
there.
lost
Did you
it.
see today? Did you see the miss he
Yeah,
done
no,
today?
that one Z.
Yeah,
It hit there. You know that the front bit of that comes down at the top of the thing. It was a bit of that.
And he went with the right foot. Remember the
Yeah,
cross? He
went
had the
on
tap
wrong
in and he
foot.
went with the.
Yeah, that would be on if they still make like DVD bloopers.
Because for me, his best attributes are defensive attributes. For me,
Dalot.
yeah, he's good
but
in
he-
a one-on-one.
he can-
He's physical.
He can play though.
He can pop.
Like
it.
when I say he can play, I mean like he will try that pass and execute it. Like whether it's the 60-yard dive
Yeah, into
or the
someone
5
running
yard
in front of them. Yeah.
Like he
ratio
executes.
ain't higher.
I
for me.
don't think that the difference or gap between him and Wan-Bissaka is as big as people would make out to.
One's easier on the eye.
Yes.
The other one looks awkward and gangly, but it works because the defenders don't know what he's gonna do.
Don't-
Do you know what? No, you lot say that, yeah, but I think it's difficult. Like I understand why people will say that because I think the Wan-Bissaka thing is something that's happening. Like Wan-Bissaka is improving. Like he's not. Wan-Bissaka is not the same footballer this season that he was last season, and I'd imagine Wan-Bissaka this year, like it might be the finest of details, but I'd imagine he's going to be better this half of the season than he was.
Coach the first.
And the reality is
Really playing
we might have seen Dalot, yeah. We might have been seeing. I'm not saying it's the case yet, but we might have been seeing Dalot closer to his ceiling than Wan.
Yeah.
Do you get it? And throughout the coaching, it's like, oh, raw. Like you might have been looking at Dalot and projecting him somewhere else, and in reality, they're doing this.
It'll be good.
This was Dalot's breakthrough season. This season it was Dalot's breakthrough season.
He claimed that spot, but then he got injured, and Wan-Bissaka's looked very good. Speaking of people that look very good, Marcus Rashford was 7 consecutive, I think, home games now, matching Wayne Rooney's record of scoring at home. What is the sky the limit for Marcus Rashford? Jess, maybe.
I think Rashford heard me speaking last time.
Okay, you're gonna take credit for it.
You think Saka does that?
I'm gonna take credit for this. What I've noticed most about Rashford now, he's decided that he's not gonna try and be sexy and try and beat players and do that stuff.
Efficient.
Yeah, that's efficiency.
Don't you think he's moving? He's moving like he might have picked up a thing or two from CR7.
Yeah,
Because I feel like he's gone like this with his game.
Streamlined it and focusing on
all the other stuff.
Because he's looking at Anthony and Garnacho like little pricks.
Because I said a little while ago on the pod, I was like, what annoys me about Rashford is when he gets the ball on that left wing, does some leg business, stands his man up, some leg business. It's always the right foot. You know when you stand on your left and you do all that, you go back outside and just pass it.
No, you do that and then
Jack Grealish, but
you touch it on the outside.
Yeah, and he was doing that for a long time, like looking threatening, but without any threat. And I think he realised, I haven't beat a man for a long time, so let me just forget all about that. Let me do what's easiest, which is latching onto through balls because I'm mad fast. Focus on finishing and just do that. And he's done it.
Bro, he's doing
with aplomb.
Bro, he's doing CR7 striker,
but better.
Is it better?
When he bagged that header at the back post.
In the CR7 we've recently known.
You remember he bagged that header at the back post the first half of the season? I thought, oh, he picked something up there.
Who did he absolutely?
He gobbled someone.
Who was it? Was it T? I think it was Kiro from West Ham.
Can't remember.
Climbed all over him,
Gobbled him back.
Smashed him up.
Rashford for me, he's gone back to the Rashford that broke into the team. He's playing with no fear. He's playing with a mentality of no one can't touch me. He's playing with a direct mentality. When you're talking about when he was cutting back, and that's him second guessing himself. That's him doubting himself. So it's like he's almost double bluffing himself and then saying, I don't think I can beat them or get that off. So let me just play it safe. It's mentality, and that's the difference between top level players and players that have good streaks of form. When they're confident, they play like that. When they're not confident, they don't play like that. Because when he does have his dips, he's a total different player. This is the thing with him. He needs to get consistent. Even if your output drops.
I'm worried about what happens when
Weghorst goes back to where he came from.
Well, if his thing dips, it's form.
Yes, what happens then? And how long does it take for him to get back to this?
See, if his output drops, but he's still going about his business the same way, I'm not worried. Like Salah's output will drop, but he's still in his head. He gets the ball and drives at that. He does the same thing. Like he believes.
I'm not with you with the Salah shot.
Why? Even Sterling, like them man, there mentality wise. Sterling, I remember I saw Sterling up against with City up against Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka was chopping him. But what amazed me is he got the ball again and went at him again. It might sound silly because it weren't working, but once Rashford realizes before that, I can't get around this guy's a bit quick. I can't get around him. That's it. He's chopping back inside a bit French, take the ball. Like that's it. Like so. I just hope he sticks with this mentality.
No, I like it a lot. Speaking of mentality, we have heard a lot, and there's been a lot of rumours about why Jadon Sancho went missing for a while. How happy are you with his return? And he seems to be playing in a newfound position.
Yeah, with Jadon, I ain't getting too excited yet because you know why? Because I've seen Jadon when he's Sancho, yeah. So what people are saying, oh yeah, he's not back. He's showing little glimpses. I've seen him when Dortmund are saying forget all that World Cup business, send a jet over there and bring him over to Germany. Like, and with the number 10 thing, I'm not gassed off of that because I've seen him play that role for Dortmund. When Dortmund went to the wing back role and they had 3 in midfield, Champions League, to be more solid, what they'll do is put 3 proper centre midfielders and then Jadon and Haaland would be up front. And so Jadon's like just off of it. He done that against PSG, he was moving like Neymar,
he cooked that night.
He was so like, I'm not getting overexcited.
There's a highlight make.
Yeah, he was doing Neymar stuff, bro. Like, so this is when they were doing this, when PSG went and done the Haaland celebration and that. It was bad. So I'm not getting overexcited, but I can see the little
where it could go.
Yeah, but let me give Bruno some props because I feel like because people don't like Bruno, he gets a lot of stick because he's not a likable character. But he got 2 assists today. No one mentions it. Everyone mentions the 2 Rashford goals. Bruno got 2 assists today. He's quietly going about his business.
He stopped.
Well, I wouldn't say quietly.
Like, no one's clocking. He's stopped shooting.
He has stopped shooting.
He stopped shooting.
But that's a sign of respect.
Fucking slips up. You fucking.
But that's a sign of respect. I feel like because Rashford.
He's looking at his teammates as good enough. Yeah.
I saw a stat today from Opta Joe, 150. Bruno Fernandes is making his 150th stop for Manchester United in all competitions since his club debut in February 2020. This is 4 more starts than any player for clubs in Europe's big 5 leagues and 11 more than any such outfielder. Duracell.
Hey bro, even today I was thinking, why are they taking him off? Yeah. We got Barca on Thursday.
Keeps going and going.
And he covers ground. He's not a lazy guy, he covers ground.
I like it. Things are looking good for United. Barcelona on Thursday, back at Old Trafford. That will be an absolute storm of a game.
Weghorst.
Oh, Weghorst praise.
Wow.
Weghorst. Like, surely, I think, you see Weghorst, I think he's like he's got to be one of the signings of the.
Okay, yeah,
man, because bro, he spent his own money to get there. No one's ever like, I can't get over.
That's what, if Peter Odemwingie could, he would have. Bro, he dropped the QPR. If Odemwingie had the readies,
he would have done it.
Yeah, so this is like the, I guess, development.
He's playing like that as well.
When I see how he's behaving, this guy is bleeding for Manchester. He's bleeding like, bro, I'm watching him. Because he's Dutch and he comes from reasonably good stock. He understands football well enough on a tactical level.
Yeah.
So when you mix that in with effort, things can happen. So then he's doing stuff. He's checking. He's a target man, and everyone thinks he's gonna back into the centre half. But he looks over his shoulder and checks where Rashford is, and goes short and sucks in the centre back.
The run he made for that second goal was.
Like, he's doing stuff like this, and I think it's going because he's not rusting the net and looking super dangerous. Bro, I think that man are underappreciating what he brings. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like, man should be like. I'm not saying like man should be fucking, like spend the bag on Weghorst. No, really, like man need to go and find a cold Weghorst that can score goals as well. Yeah. But though, for free,
whilst he's here,
mid-season, when you've got a catastrophe and CR7 is chatting to peers.
And Martial can't seem to.
Bro, like Martial. No. Martial is just being Martial. Nothing weird's happened. Nothing's changed.
Callum Wilson.
He's just being Martial. The same one that from LVG. The same one since then. Same one. LVG, Jose, Ole, Giggs, Carrick. Now we're here. Same one.
I put Giggs and Carrick.
But yeah, sorry, quickly though, Faz as well, because without Faz, I got a bridge. Shout out Matt. Shout out Matt. He's been trying to sell me on Faz.
Really?
Yeah, and I've been like, he's not a joker anymore.
It's a little hipster shout that I keep seeing online.
But do you know what I realised today when I saw the goal? I think I realised today he's just like he just wants to try and win the ball all the time. And because that's the vibe he's on,
trying to get in front of his
man, I'm saying like this is sick, and I'm not saying it's bad.
Show him willing, but sometimes that can get you in a sticky situation.
He needs to work out the risk reward.
When to go, when to stay, man.
Stay goal
Johnny
side
Evans could talk to.
sometimes.
I think Johnny.
But
Evans.
can we give Ten Hag some credit, because as much as Val is busting a gut, Ten Hag, I don't think, even up to today, the commentators still don't get it. They're still talking about Val is number 9, Rashford. Bro, for the last few games, this man has put Val in the number 10, almost a floating 8. He's put Bruno right wing. He's put Garnacho left wing and Rashford number 9.
By the way, see the Bruno right wing makes me sick. You know?
It's not
where
he wants to be.
You know when a man is like, you know what it's like.
Square pegs in round holes.
No, it's like, you know when you're playing FIFA, but you're playing someone like your little brother, So like, you're gonna do something outrageous. You're gonna like play
Thiago Silva up top, like something.
You're gonna make
you're gonna play bare strikers, but you're gonna like play like Lewandowski and Benzema, but you've got like Lewandowski right wing. We all know this could only run on FIFA.
Like back in the day when you put Roberto Carlos up front.
Like I just feel like you're cheating here, Ten Hag. Like it's clever. It's butters. It's clapped. Because you know what he knows. He knows he's gonna work very hard to make it work, but he's not gonna give the ball away like some stupid winger.
It's good to see.
He's gonna look for the dangerous guys.
It's good. Ten Hag praise, man. We need that. Spurs were playing arch rivals West Ham, or I guess sworn enemies. West Ham wouldn't call them arch rivals as it stands. They were managerless as Conte is taking time off again, as he should have initially before he came back to play Milan. So there was an interim manager, coach at the helm today.
Still.
He managed to get another result.
Again.
Another one. Someone needs to sign him up.
Another one.
Heung-min Son, scoring collectors at him.
Son it.
I don't want to start on Son.
They are nowadays.
I want to start on someone who actually started.
Please.
The dustbin.
The dustbin, man. Someone needs to be put into the bin. No, he doesn't. That's what you wrote. I kind of agree, don't agree. Richarlison.
Stinkos.
A lot.
This was his fifth.
Stankos.
This was his 15th appearance for Tottenham this season. 15th in the league. I thought he's only had maybe like 4 or 5 starts. Okay, had a long time out with an injury as well.
Around the World Cup because he was resting.
Nonetheless,
World Cup Brazilian.
He's only had about 5 games.
Peep game,
He's had about 500 or something minutes. Okay, so if you average out across the season, it's not that many. 3 assists in the league, no goals.
One of the assists was with the outside of the Bruno.
Spectacular against Bournemouth.
Oh, that makes it okay then. Never mind.
No, Forest. Maybe Bournemouth. No, I thought it was Forest, but it doesn't matter. Yes, just.
Oh, that makes it okay.
Okay, cool.
Look, I'm asking you.
Oh no. For me, Richarlison.
Yes or no?
It's a resounding no.
So basically, someone on Instagram said that the issue with Richarlison is that Kane is occupying the positions where he was thriving.
The issue with Richarlison is you're just running
And jumping.
Because he's not where he'll thrive. So to get the most out of Richarlison,
He used to play a thing though. He used to play DCL though.
No, I used to watch Richarlison play left wing and
Cook guys up.
do stuff.
Richarlison's still in this phase, where he's still trying to win the respect of his teammates. He's still in that phase. He's still in that I'm gonna work hard and
instead of using his quality,
earn the respect of my teammates, rather than just be like, I'm here.
I'm a striker.
I'm arrived. I'm here.
I don't think he's that kind of person though.
What kind of person?
I think he's a work hard guy.
He is. No, he is.
But that might be the problem. Like he's bro. Like we got Højbjerg. We're alright. Like QB quality.
That's enough workmanship.
Yeah. So for me, it's like Richarlison. That's a bit.
I think it's not just the player, even the fans. I feel like he needs that moment where it's like I've arrived, and then I feel like he'll thrive.
Not in the Prem though, innit?
But then it's got stagnated by the injuries after that.
Yeah.
And like I feel like everyone's had that. You know when you go to a new team, and it's like you pass a bit more. In your team where like where you was comfortable, you're greedy when you need
Shout out
to
João
be
Felix.
like You go to a new team, you're thinking, alright, let me share a little bit, innit? Let me get the.
You gotta build the bonds.
I feel like he's trying to do that with work ethic. I feel like he needs to be a bit more Daniel Sturridge. With Daniel Sturridge, even when he went to England and Gerrard and Lampard was screaming, he said, "Forget that. I'm gonna try and dink the keeper." For 30 yards. He needs a bit of that.
Yeah,
but don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like, right, it's a myth. It's never gonna work. But what we can say is, let's be real.
Currently,
it's definitely. It might the only thing that makes some other transfers even comparable is that they cost more, but it's one of the worst.
Yeah, fair.
I think the only good thing is that you can see the money's not dead. Like when he's doing what he's done in the World Cup, the money's not dead. Yeah. Like he scored no goals and he's linked with Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
He's got it. This is what I feel he'll come good, but.
Hey, was it 90 million
Chelsea?
Hey, Levy, this is Levy. If the offer comes in, this is not a time to not be Levy. Be Levy, and we go again, son.
Who's that for?
Richarlison. If they want to give us more, then we put in.
Because don't you not have a special relationship with Real Madrid?
Kane was doing quarterback.
Where they buy our players.
Yeah. Kane was doing quarterback again.
He does it all the time.
Tom Brady tribute, man. It's good to see. What were the positives, coach? So we've spoken on Richarlison. He struggled a bit. Any positives?
The positives for me is like I can see a future without Conte.
You don't think that was Conte's team today?
I don't care. That's what I think. That's what I think. So yeah, he's not in the dugout. I don't really care what anyone that's not in the dugout is saying. Yeah,
it's not that bad about him.
Yeah, so because it was like Conte, he's making us serious, man. This is me talking. I'm taking a piss out of myself. No, man, Conte, man, he's making us grow and develop and Italians seriousness. But really, you're chatting bare shit. And you're upset, you're unwell, you're not healthy, you're in Italy, we're playing games. I don't care, I don't really, it's not about, do I like you, do I dislike you? You're not in the dugout, and sometimes when you're in the dugout, the vibes don't feel how we like it. So, this is my thing. If he doesn't go through against AC Milan, and my thing is, I'm not, with the whole Conte out because of the style of play. No, we've got some players that ain't really stylish.
Top 4.
We're top 4 and that's calm. Shout out still. But if he has any difficulty going through against AC Milan, who are bleeding, giving debuts to 18-year-olds.
Peter Crouch done some stuff for them in the past.
No, they've never beaten us until we had Antonio Conte as our manager.
He was ill, man.
Yeah. That's his. We lost in his old stadium. They still got his name. They just etched his name out of the dressing room.
And he was talking them up as well, man. He loves Italy.
Talking about AC Milan are beast. They had some kid, I've never heard of him. He's some new guy. They had him. They had Tata Rossanu. They had Tata Rossanu in goal, who's awful and nearly lost them. Last season, he nearly lost them the league when Maignan got injured. Man, forget about him. They had Simon Kjaer in the back in the back five. He's been ex for ages. They had Krunic and Tonali is not on fire right now. And Krunic is not even a guy like that.
Tonali was running around.
Tonali is a
bro. You see when you've got if you got Pape, Matassar and Skip making their full debuts in the Champions League, and they ain't the problem. See if they're not the problem. This is not good enough, man.
Yeah. Fair. I want to big up Emerson Royale.
Yo!
He has triumphed against adversity. I love to see it. He is sometimes seen as somewhat of a joke, comedy, meme figure, and I don't think it's okay. I think he's gotten his head down. What is it, the £1 million cryogenic thing, and his dad does some scouting stuff.
He spent racks
to be better.
Do you know what I rate? Yeah, he spent racks to try and be like Hakimi, and then somewhere along the line, do you know what he just said? He said, "Fuck this.
I'm gonna leave."
Man tried to get him out. You see in the summer, he tried to do it the right way in the summer. So he's gone. he's gone. Oh yeah, man, I got man, I got this thing, and teach me all this stuff, and all this stuff to be like Hakimi.
Emerson Royale spent like £1 million.
I said this. Remember, I said this at the beginning. When I first walked in.
All of that was cool. He tried. They booed him off. It was like, yeah, we're 100% sure he's gone. Yeah. And then Pedro Porro come in, and then you know what happened? He said, wait.
That's one.
This. He said me. He said me. He said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna fuck all that other shit. Fuck that. I'm just gonna use what I got. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna win my headers at the back post.
Important as a fullback in a modern game. Because loads of them can't do it.
I'm gonna win my headers at the back post.
Third man runs.
I'm not gonna get mugged off when I butt fucking Rafa Leao and Jack Grealish. That's not gonna be me. Or and definitely not guys like Harvey Barnes. Yeah, they won't be mugging me off. I'm gonna do all of that. I'm gonna look after the ball in my half, and I know I'm not really six. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna, if Decky goes, I'm just gonna pass him the ball, and other than that, I'm gonna make overlapping, underlapping runs.
His third man
overlap,
runs.
underlap. That's it. And you know what he's done now? He's back. He's only gonna back. Slotted it.
Dispatched it. No, very, very happy for him because I know how poisonous and toxic it has been for him. As I have said on previous episodes, the Spurs doom and gloom, it must stop, and it must stop now. Top 4, still in Champions League. Harry Kane is firing on all cylinders.
He's gonna do this.
2020 or something.
He's gonna do this the whole season, you know.
Yes.
He's just gonna chip away. He's gonna score like 22 goals. Bare assists.
Good money, man. Harry Kane stays
money over there. And Spurs, would you back them now for top 4 over Newcastle, who the wheels seem to be coming off at the right time?
Sorry. Before we move on, because a lot of people,
Many.
When I try and speak about this player, a lot of people like to point out his
Flaws.
many various flaws. Yeah, but I think it's time now that no, don't do that.
It's an appreciation post.
Don't do that.
It's your appreciation.
Bro, he got man of the match today.
Hoi.
No.
Hoi.
Diligent B.
The left wing back.
Diligent B. I've been trying to tell guys for very long.
Ben Davies.
You see Diligent B, yeah?
What did he get man of the match for?
Because you know what he done? I see his touches after like
touch map. Yeah.
I've got it.
The quadrant.
All his touches, this is where his touches are. He's got 2 touches in our box. This is maybe after the first. 2 touches in our box. All the rest of them are like in the box, just outside the box. Bro, he put like.
Where did he play today? Left wing back.
Left wing back. Wow, stunning, bro. He done about 6. He done about 6 or 7 crosses. I'd say about 4 of them were these. Like he had a couple
much better than Perisic.
See, this is what I mean when I
He's
say
better than Perisic.
This is what I mean when I say the things that a fan would appreciate. Because for me, he's still terrible. I could have watched that.
No, I never said to you he's not terrible.
I could have watched that same game and not seen what you see. Do you understand? Even though I'll see it, but I'm seeing it from the eyes of someone that's like, he's just doing his job. You're seeing it like, oh my gosh, finally.
Man, I said, what did he do to get man of the match? He said the touch, man. It was excellent.
Yeah. No, this is what happens when I talk about DB. I don't have much else, but you lot try to pop me down, because he's not fast. Because he wins most of his headers, but sometimes not all of them. Yeah, you lot like to pop me down.
He's a Bournemouth left back.
I say
CCB.
Actually, that's Zamora, the left back at Bournemouth. Zamora, he impressed me.
He's not dead.
Yeah, he impressed me.
He scored G-rated in, I think, start of this season. Yeah.
Has he got
with the little dreads?
I like him. I also that Anthony boy can dribble, by the way.
Yeah,
he can fucking
makes wrong decisions sometimes, but he can go.
Bro, you see in summer when they have the tournament, and the ballers are like, you need him on your team.
You know what he's good at? Yeah, he's good at spinning. Like he does it a lot. Some players it's like he's aware when the defenders.
Oh, the round off the turn, yeah.
He's good at spinning.
I actually clocked that. Yeah, I'm with you.
All looking rosy for Spurs. Get well soon.
No, it's not looking rosy.
It's a bit inconsistent.
There was another 2-0 win yesterday. It was up on Tyneside, and Liverpool seem to be back is what some people are saying.
Top 4 for me.
Not saying that myself.
I can see top 4.
It's the top 4 for me. Is that where we're going?
Yeah.
Liverpool
Can I just say,
it's the top 4.
Can I just say that Newcastle lost 2 games this season. So Liverpool beat them yesterday
Yes.
And again.
and again. So I won't say it's all doom and gloom, but they do like to draw a lot of games.
Who's that? Newcastle. I think it's only 2 wins in the Prem since being back from the World Cup. I think.
Don't just forget the results. Forget about all of that. Just with the eyes. Does it look slow now?
They're burning out.
Yeah.
It looks like it's
You
getting
know
a
how
bit.
much they was
It's a bit
putting
It's a
in
bit defensive.
that.
It's sounding like right now you need the crowd.
The 12th man and the
Because you know what it is, yeah. I remember we was doing a current Premier League team of the season.
Oh,
currently,
okay. Yeah.
And I remember a couple that Newcastle centre backs were brought up. I said I wouldn't feel comfortable putting them in because they haven't really been put under pressure like 1v1 and whatnot because the team worked so hard in front of them, pressing that. You see Guimaraes and Willock,
Even when you look at what Burn does though.
Burn
Helps their man out a lot.
I
Really.
put Burn in, I put Trippier. I said the centre backs, they win a few in the air and that's about it. They don't really come under pressure.
You know what though? I think I need to take a step back and rate Botman a bit more though.
Okay.
I'm starting to believe, man. He's giving me the lit without the hype.
He's cold. He's like.
He's a proper youth.
But what I'm saying is, it just hasn't been tested much this season. But that's due to the
system, the team. Yeah. No, do you know what it is?
Now
they're honest. They're honest.
So now we're really gonna see what they're made of because now they're starting to
get back to that.
Liverpool.
Do you know what it also is though?
Was hitting that back line regular.
I think it's a two-way thing though. I think it's that, but it's also teams are setting up different because teams are looking now, and you got to think. However many months ago it was at the end of last season, this was what man. Jack and Alma. Jack was making Alma run jokes. That was where man was at, and the reality is, people went into the season believing that and feeling like that. Like the same way I think it don't really matter that they've got mad investment and owners now. The reality is until the playing staff changes, I'd imagine over 38 games they can only go so far. That's always been my thinking.
I think they were out punching their natural standard, and this might just be a return to where that team that Eddie Howe's managed to get so much lemonade out of those lemons. They're probably just finding where they should be.
Do you know
their natural order?
Like when I'm looking and I'm seeing San Maximan on the pitch, I like you. You're cool. You're black. You got like wavy hair. You're interesting. All that stuff.
The Gucci headbands,
but it's getting a little bit back to.
Best player, I guess.
But that's what I'm saying.
And that's when
it's
they
getting
were the strongest Newcastle.
Bro. It's getting a bit back to. I'm looking and I'm seeing. There was one time he was on the right hand side of the box here, and he was trying to find a way to get the ball to Isak, and he ended up just shifting the ball, getting half a yard, shooting on his left. But I was like, we're back here. We're back here.
And then it panned to him, and he's like doing the.
And he's doing. I'm tired because I'm tired. You know why? Because I did pass the ball. Fucking hell.
Carrying these lot. Not great for Newcastle. Nick, what do you call
malfunction.
it?
I was saying, people are saying that's why he's not England's number 1 keeper. Good shot stopper.
No, man.
What?
Good shot stopper.
Does he make loads of these
I'm
mistakes?
saying what people have said.
No, but then I'm saying to those people, does Nick
So
Pope
what
make
they're
loads of
saying is
mistakes?
that's why he's not England's number 1 keeper because good shot
No,
stopper.
you're saying.
But terrible with his feet, so you can't play up and back of him, and can't sweep. So he does things like that.
I know what you're saying.
Being honest, but being honest, I wouldn't know. Being honest, if Nick Pope can or can't sweep because
He doesn't sweep.
I've never seen him in
No,
a
you
sweep.
did.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
did yesterday.
Yesterday, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That being honest though,
off his lad, man.
I'll be honest. I don't have bare recollection of it. But what I would say is that malfunction there is not a malfunction of a top level goalie. It's just a different kind of malfunction. Like you can you see for me whenever
Alison's the Edison.
No walks. When man are you see when When I see guys outstretched and their face making connection with stuff, I'm not with it.
No, you missed that one thing.
The hands.
He kicked his own player.
He licked
Trippier.
He licked the
Wolves, that's a bit. He's given.
He's done too much.
Licked down his patella.
Yeah. It's a lot.
And that's painful,
I was
though.
thinking,
That is painful. The patella.
Can
That's
I
a
say as
sore one.
well, on a different note, Kieran Trippier, yeah? When he made that move to Newcastle, everyone was like, what's he doing?
Money grab.
Whatever you want to call it. But he's come here and he showed us that he's still a guy. And
Maybe Matt Doherty could follow in the same
arc.
Yeah, once he's done.
But I want to say, from the beginning, I said, yeah, good move for Trippier. I knew it from the start. Like,
He's done well.
He did want to come home. United was sniffing around, but yeah.
Imagine United though. Woo.
To me, yeah.
Do you know what though? I think sometimes, the fit can bring more out in either side. Because I feel like what he is to Newcastle is what they need.
It's a little bit mad.
England international.
Yeah.
Like he's
and now he's actually a main dog somewhere.
No, he's the main man.
And he's the big dog.
He's the main man. I remember him mugging off Anthony Gordon when Anthony Gordon was at Everton, and then when Gordon joined, he posted the video of him moving.
Gordon was terrible. He was terrible against Liverpool. He come on, he just gave the ball away every time. Kept breaking down
the jury.
I'm talking about Liverpool. Yeah, their first goal, the Nunes goal.
Yeah.
Forget the goal. Forget the pass. Yeah. Beatic. Yeah. He's got the ball in the half turn. Yeah. In make or break position. Yeah.
Against a pressing Newcastle midfield.
He's good, man. He might be he's the beacon of hope.
But I saw a turn. I said, brother, that's not worth it. Sometimes
don't do it. Don't do it there.
Can I just ask? Do you know his? Can you check what his
heritage?
Yeah.
I believe he's Serbian.
Right.
And he's gonna play for. No, he's gonna.
No, you know where I was playing. He understands.
Play for Spain.
Nah, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's because you know what you're seeing here. It's the thing.
What X?
It's the Serbia and then X and then Spain and
the collab.
And then you insert Klopp. So he's gonna have no legs by 29, but he's gonna have done it all.
Trent's pass for UNESCO. Yeah, anyone?
Yeah, brilliant.
Can I speak about it? I can speak about it because this is the trend that they speak about. This is the guy. Like, see that technique that he's used there. They don't coach that. That's not what you're coached to do, because 28 out of 30 times what you want to happen is not going to happen. It's not safe technique, innit?
You get cast off.
But he's gone for the clippy wrap floater through ball.
Clearance as well.
What? Like and he's done it. You know when you got to do it like that.
Over some 6'4" on the centre back.
Yeah. So, but this is the other part to the goal. My favourite part to the goal. Because bare people cuss Nunes,
yeah, joke figure.
Because they cuss him because he does striker shit. Like, he does shit that doesn't really look super sick yet, but just pre the unorthodoxness of the timing of the strike. Like, no normal player here wants to strike that straight. He's waited. He's given a goalie. He's just got the goalie going just a little bit, and then he's waited half as like on the offbeat and struck it on a half volley on a straight thing. Like, that's like the most weird choice of shot ever.
Off key, man. Yeah, two joke figures. Cody Gakpo seems to be doing.
Wasn't convinced with the finish. Yeah. That's what. I know he scored a goal, but I look at the finish and I was
Chase's touch of it.
Yeah, and the confidence, like, he fell over.
So when you slide with your finish, that means
Yeah.
I know he scored, but
let me get over the line.
If I miss, it's because I fell over.
Do you know who
I fell over? I was stretching.
Danny Welbeck could not at Arsenal. Don't know about United.
If you weren't confident,
he will shoot, and fall on the floor.
Yeah, if you weren't confident, Quickly on Liverpool, the young kid, the Serbian heritage. Big up Klopp, because he come through the youth teams as a centre back. Klopp almost killed him playing him CDM. Remember he played that game CDM? He almost died.
That could have been. He could have got the Cavallo treatment.
Are you talking about this season? When he was having when he dropped Fabinho.
He was at CDM. Then Klopp moved him into the floating eight and he thrived. Nunes. That's that mentality I was talking about. What I want to see Rashford. Where Núñez, even in his worst times, where he's getting hella criticism, he's still being direct. He's still his ethos of playing is the same.
Maintains the same.
He doesn't do this safe now. I'm gonna start cutting back and just late. No, he's still smashing it. Like when he's trying to finish, whether it's going high, wide, or everywhere, he's doing the same thing.
The boy's taking 5 fucking shots a game.
And this is why I liken this to Salah. Salah's mentality is the same thing. Sterling's the same thing. So like that's what I want to see Rashford with. Also, Cody.
Can I speak about Cody?
Yeah, but
Can I speak about Cody? Because you know what? You know what it is with Cody? Like I don't know with I always give man around about 8.
Yeah.
I give man 80 months to really see.
This,
But do you know what it is with Cody? Why that goal doesn't tell me anything?
Doesn't move you.
Because that goal, that goal just shows me that he understands football. Like he's read the pattern of play and he's on his bike. He's arrived. He's arrived at the back post and but that's not.
Lovely clip from Salah.
That's not what we're looking for though.
Okay.
Like, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I know we're like, we are looking for someone to do that, but that's not what we're questioning, bro. We're questioning what can you do. We're questioning what can you. Not can you get on the end of things.
Oh, okay. What can you do?
What can you do? Because you know what I know. You see, Luis Diaz. It don't matter what's going on. Oh, Chelsea in good form. Are Chelsea in bad form? Is Mane here? Is Mane got his Jota here? Is Salah in form? Or is he just playing shit and scoring? Now whatever's going on, you know what Diaz is gonna do? He's gonna get the ball, take man on and do stuff. Get a shot off, try and create something. And then if none of that's working, he also might try and get on the end of something.
I think me personally, I'm more kind of just critiquing him on. I can't really see the Liverpool fit. I can't really see. I still feel like they just got an opportunity. It was an opportunist signing where United didn't have the funds to pay for him because the owner stuff was going on. Van Dijk said to Klopp, "Hey, I could get my man. You know, I could get him to come over here." And they said, "You know what? Come. We've got a lot of injuries. Jota, Diaz, come, bring him." I still can't really see the Núñez straight away. Even when he weren't playing,
you understand this?
Liverpool. That's a Liverpool. Cody, I'm yet to see, but I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to mold him into like an athletic Firmino. You know where he's trying to play him.
But he's not like. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Neither do I.
To me,
the cuteness of
neither
bro,
do
he's
I.
Even the goal he scored,
cuteness is mad. You know?
You can't teach that. But when you look at the goal he scored, bro, it just gives Dele Alli, bro. I'm gonna keep saying it. Everybody's gonna everyone thinks I'm busting jokes.
No, there is a Dele Alli.
He's an academy, bro. He's an academy Dele Alli. Like he doesn't do. You see when you remove the stuff that isn't really a professional, doesn't really fit in a professional football that Dele does here. Remove all of that stuff. Gakpo. Dele Alli's gonna get on the end of that ball, is he not?
Yeah, and slide as well.
And slide.
That was a Dele Alli finish. That was a Dele Alli finish. Quickly on Salah, last one, because he's got a lot of stick this season. Like, but he's got 8 goals and 5 assists.
You see,
this is my point too.
Salah,
even in his worst moments,
I'm not there.
With his mentality, he's still close numbers.
I've watched him this year, and I'm just like, it's
terrible. But
the numbers are good. Not
terrible.
The numbers are okay for other forwards. For him, I think he's worth it.
Are you hearing?
8 goals, 5 assists in a mid-table scrapping team. Who's the midfield behind him?
Whoa. Mid-table. He said mid-table scrapping.
Yeah, they're mid-table.
Trying to secure here.
Yeah. They were trying to secure. They were trying to secure top half. You know when they show the top half of the table. They've been trying to secure that. They've secured it now. But they've been scrapping with Chelsea. For long it was 10 and 9. 10 and 9. Who's gonna slip down into that 11? Like if Wolves score within 2 games, 2-game run or something. Palace, a cheeky Palace. Like it's mad. But like as bad as he's been, we're still halfway through the season. He's got 8 goals, 5 assists. When Rashford has bad seasons, it's 4 and 3. Things like that.
No, Salah's a different level of human, though. He's a real.
It's just that mentality that I want Rashford to hit. Like, so even when you have your dips, bro,
I'm just saying Son's doing
deliver.
the same thing though, and he's bleed City.
No, but Son's thing is different because he's only scored in 3 games.
I've never seen Son like
5.
this before though.
Same thing.
Never
super
seen
sub
Son
Son. And before we leave, City dropped points at the City ground to Nottingham Forest, who just don't lose at home. I think last time we lost at home was in September. Some people said it was a surprise. I guess if you are a Forest fan or season ticket holder, you don't really see them lose at home, so probably not a massive surprise. It is again another slip up in this weird Manchester City side. Everyone said they're back after being Arsenal.
They were going to win 14 in a row. Remember?
Yeah, go on the run. We were and that wasn't the case. Great strike from Bernardo Silva put them ahead, but it wasn't the case. Chris Wood scored after Nottingham Forest put together a 20 pass move.
Phil
Come outside.
was bleeding.
He's in a pickle.
Was
I want to talk on Phil.
Speak.
No, just questions. Because
Speak.
Obviously, the comparisons are always between Phil and Bukayo. Yeah? We're talking about Phil Foden.
Unfairly. Unfairly. That's an unfair comparison.
Why?
It's not me.
Because Saka's better.
Because people seem to forget. They compare them as wingers. Foden's not a winger.
Okay, yeah. But then the reason why people make this comparison.
But I don't give a fuck what anybody says, and I don't need to see it. I clean know Saka can do that. Clean know Saka can play centre mid.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But if you look at
Left back
England,
as
for
well.
example, Gareth Southgate is in the Euros in 2020, of course. He started Foden and then replaced him for Saka. Okay, so comparisons come because they've played in the same team. Okay, my thing about Phil is that he's a very good player, but he needs very particular conditions to thrive.
Like world-class players around him,
Yes,
and a world-class manager.
exactly. Whereas Saka, yeah, if we sign him
I don't
today-
know. I'm just asking. What?
And when I say we, I'm talking about Millwall. If we sign them today, we are getting promotion. Forget playoffs, we're going straight up. Yeah,
Who's that?
Saka. Okay. Yeah, or if Dutch Hamlet signs Saka,
Yeah.
Oh, straight up.
going straight up. Yeah, it's
Straight up.
something
Jumping up the pyramid.
Yeah, if Adrianians sign Saka, yeah, they're making it to the SPL.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Is it Rafe?
Rafe Rovers.
Raven. What's it? Rafe and Adriel.
Rafe Rovers.
East 5.
East 5. Yeah. Rafe is in East 5.
But that can't be.
Big
Is that your grounds for why Saka's better than him? Because he's more versatile.
That's not about being versatile. I'm talking about impact. Yeah, at any level.
He can adapt. He can adapt. to
I'm saying
societal
that impact
versatility.
at no matter what team.
The revisionism on Phil, it needs to stop.
What I'm saying.
No, I'm
like,
just.
play
This is
Phil-
the point that's being brought up. That he can play in
No,
multiple.
that's not what I'm saying.
Playing
That's what I'm saying. I didn't say about positions. I'm saying play Phil
Yeah.
in his main position. Yeah, wherever
Yeah.
you think that is. What do you think is contract?
Centre mid.
Play him centre mid, yeah. Okay, and play Saka in his main position. Saka have more of an impact no matter where he goes than Phil would have. Put Phil at Sunderland.
Yeah, I agree with that, but that doesn't ultimately mean he's a better player. That just means he can thrive in different. That's like the same. People said that about Ronaldo with Messi.
So who would you rather have at Man United right now?
Saka.
Saka today.
I'm asking Josh. Who would you rather have at United, and who would you rather have at Tottenham?
Saka.
Okay, who would you rather have
Saka.
playing for Portmore Warriors?
But that's
But
not
that's
the question.
When
That's
they
not the
first
question
got
of
the
who's
scene, I wanna
better.
have-
If you ask me who's a better player, not just right now, who's a better player, I'm saying Phil. For me, Phil has a higher ceiling, but right now,
I believe that,
Saka,
yeah.
I don't think Phil's got.
100%.
I don't think Phil's got a high ceiling.
100%.
What? Let's debate. Fuck it. Quick one. 2 minutes.
It can't be.
Yeah,
2
no,
minutes.
because you know, is he Phil? I think like Phil's
It's
like
a wonderful debate to have.
he's got like a. I feel like he's like got a high. His left foot is potentially better than Saka's. Like it's more technical.
Sure
Like,
about that as well.
yeah, I would argue. That's my opinion. That's my. But though,
Silky.
I think you see like in terms of as a player and impacting games. Like I don't think there's anybody that Saka cares about
Yeah.
on earth. I don't think he gives
This
a fuck.
new Saka, though.
Mother.
This new Saka.
No, but when this we
Foden's been doing this.
No, we live in the here and now.
Foden's been doing this.
Foden's been doing this. I seen Foden in big games.
Big stages.
I seen Foden in the World Cup. I seen Foden
No,
in
we ain't-
I
we ain't
seen
seen
Foden in the
Foden.
Champions League.
Yeah.
Not being Foden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. Have you not?
But you know what we've
I've seen him in
seen.
Champions League turning up.
But we've constantly
I ain't seen him with a
Foden
Champions League
out of
medal.
position.
Well, another one. I haven't seen the other one with
No,
I've
I
seen
know,
him with
but
the FA Cup
I
medal.
personally think.
I've seen one of them play parts in Premier League winning teams at the age of, I don't even know, like 19 or whatever.
Because it wasn't a team that was doing
I think,
no, but there's other 19-year-olds that don't get on the pitch.
No, but I'm saying it wasn't a team that was doing
There's
that.
adults that don't get on the
but
pitch.
we're comparing these two though. We have to compare.
Yeah.
So, and I'm saying, I've seen Foden play a part in Premier League winning teams. You can't just say, well, because...
No, I'm not saying he hasn't.
Because he's got world-class players around him. You know, like, there's bare players that don't have work because they don't deserve to be on that stage.
Yes.
He deserves to be on that stage.
But I'm saying, I think Saka deserves to be on that stage. That's my point.
I think he's
and I'm saying because I think Foden is super talented, super sick. I don't look at Foden as any more certy than Saka. Furthermore, do you know what I feel like I see much less? I see Saka stand up for Arsenal. Not Saka play good when we're playing good. Not Saka be one of the good players playing good. I mean, it's not fucking working today, and I'm dragging it. Like, not I'm playing good, I'm dragging it. You see these adults like Xhaka them, our skippers, our leaders. It's me dragging it. It's not that guy Oba. It's not the other guy Laka. It's none of these sick guys that get paid more than me. It's me. I've seen that, and you see with Foden, I do agree. Foden definitely has lit moments in it. Yeah, no. I'm not. Yeah. But do you know what I don't feel? I more see Phil get dragged off because he hasn't had a moment, because it's not his day to day. I've seen more of that.
But he can get dragged off because there's players that Pep's got that can come on more. Like with Arsenal, you take Saka off, especially in prior seasons. It's like who you're bringing on.
And you know what though? He's got that responsibility, and you know where Arsenal are? Top of the league.
Now this is taking nothing away from Saka. Like Saka's a brilliant player.
No, it's just a debate.
But for me, ceilings wise, it's not a debate for me. Foden's ceiling is higher than Saka's, but Saka has an elite mentality where if Saka's ceiling and potential is like a bungalow, he's at the attic.
Yeah.
Where he's never gonna be basement because his mentality would not allow him to be. It might be Saka reminds me of one of these youths where it could be a game of chess. Give him a couple weeks, he'll come back. He will be chess master, bro. Like he will reach the highest height of his level. I feel like that's the kind of guy. You don't have to drag nothing out of it, bro.
Lampard.
Yeah, you don't have to drag nothing out.
The Lampard.
He's a Lampard. Most out of what he has.
I'll tell you what, Saka is Lampard and Foden is Gerrard.
Mentality wise, yeah.
I think I disagree.
He ain't Gerrard. I feel like
if we have a few years, Saka's gonna find like consistent goals. Like right now, he's got like 8 Premier League goals and like 7 assists or something.
And
like
Foden's
that.
got 7, by the way.
But Saka's
in
not
a dead season,
really like a thing.
It's
not like a race man either. He'll score like a one.
Yeah, and I believe as time goes on,
he'll score the one you need. No, he'll score the one you need.
Foden's got 7 in his deadest. And sometimes you have to judge players on their worst times. Like 7 goals, 3 assists.
Is that the no comes from the league?
Just the Prem.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that I believe that as the years go by, like 3 or 4 years, Saka will find consistent goals regularly. That's what I think is happening.
Yeah, he can improve on that. That could be a part of his game he can improve on.
You know, I think it's more important than all of that. Like, this is how you know Saka makes better sense. Saka doesn't need to hide behind goals. He don't need to hide behind output.
No, he don't.
There's a lot of man, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of man that do it the inverse. Like, I know I'm moving the goal. I'm moving the goal. I'm playing both sides here. Because on one hand, I'm saying, but like, you know, Gabriel Jesus. But my argument is like Gabriel Jesus and Nketiah have got a similar amount of goals. I think one scores slightly more when you go with him. Yeah. I think man, I make it. But you see Saka though, it don't matter if he does or don't score.
Performance.
He impacts the game every single time. Every time. Like, you can't be this consistent for this long. And we're here questioning the boy. I used to make jokes about him because I used to think he was a left back, because that's where I used to see him. Bro, he's been playing consistently sick, and wait for it. The only smut he had on his name,
Add the numbers up.
Bambarizo.
Give it to Joss.
That's quite interesting. Yeah, the only smut he had on his name, was he missed a pen for England. So you know what he's come back and done? Started taking pens.
Pressure ones.
I'll tell you what, we've got a big game against Man City. You know what I'm going to do? Send the goalie the wrong way and pass it into the bottom corner with no effort.
Yeah, that's the same, by the way. That's in the group. Let me see that.
The same. But this shines a brighter light on Rashford than Saka though. Because Rashford's doing it in a poorer team. Saka's been in the number one team for the whole season.
That's what you believe. I'm not gonna argue.
Bro, do you know how United start? Do we need to? Have we got short memories? Do you know how United started this season with a new manager? We started very poorly.
Gappers, let us know who your man of the moment is, Foden or Saka. I feel like the timing of the debate is very interesting and definitely supports one over the other.
Yes.
Yeah, before we default.
No, that's how I like it.
Because just one thing, just like you see when it comes to star ballers, ceilings, it's like it's not be all end all. Anything can happen when it comes to senior ball, but they are identified from youth man. Saka wasn't identified from a youth man. He wasn't the academy star at Arsenal or England.
Right.
He wasn't spoken about. He wasn't whispered about. He wasn't rumoured about. It wasn't as a kid. There was Reece Nelson, bro.
Yes.
It was even Balogun, bro. Even Eddie.
Reece Nelson's name was a ringing.
It was Sancho and Foden. It was you see when Saka went to the under-17s England, because I watched the United youth team ball, so I would see the Arsenal players coming. When Saka went to the under-17s England Euros, it was in 2018. Yeah, he was 16 years old. He went there as a squad player left back, number 17 shirt. He wasn't even starting, and he was a substitute left back. If you're a star boy, like ceiling wise, if your ceiling is mad, it's evident from you, man. And you will have that number 7 or number 11 on your back, bro. Yeah, it wasn't that, bro. Like my point now, Foden, it's always been that, bro. It's always been that. But as a centre midfielder, never as a winger. Same with Sancho, like the ceiling wise. But what I have to give Saka is to Jess's point of where he's versatile, and he was ready for first team ball from a youth. So some man will have ceilings, but you see, first team ball is a different thing now. Some man have to develop a bit more.
Yeah, the way Pep.
Yeah,
I guess.
I think the way he did that was sick.
To men's football, so to speak, was very.
And Sancho went waiting for that. Sancho said,
he said, "I'm not going so much."
Do you know what? That's one thing I think that maybe man need to give Guardiola a bit more praise for. Because I'm looking at like Brian Hill at Tottenham. I'm looking at Sarr. I'm looking at Spence, and these are like, they got talent, and it's not being developed. It's just not being. And you look at Foden and the way he done that. Like, man was hearing about Foden years before he was on the pitch. Like Garnacho sort of, hearing about Foden. He wants to. People are saying, I don't know if he wanted to go on and on, but people were saying he needs a loan. He needs a loan.
They wanted to see him start.
Yeah, like because we're hearing all this stuff, and the reality is keeping him there, giving him that extra season with David Silva. I think it made a difference.
But you see, next season, for me personally, I feel like it's make or break. If I was someone that's in Foden's camp, I'm telling him, see if next season, with all these midfielders on their last 6 months, Gundogan, Bernardo, David Silva's already gone. Bro, if you're not getting a centre mid spot next season, bro,
it's time to put a tweet out or something.
I want to say quickly before we go, with regards to you saying Foden was the star work in the beginning and Saka was the sub left back, So you do understand that sometimes the coaches get it wrong, don't see things. On top of that, sometimes things click with players just a tiny bit later.
It's mad though. I used to watch Saka playing. Like I used to always see the FA Cup youth games, and I always used to see Saka. You see Saka, you see Nketiah, you see Trevor Chalobah, and Saka just was one of the people on the pitch.
This is facts, bro.
And then something clicked.
No. But I think it's what
it's
just
similar to Rashford, bro. See, Rashford wasn't the star of the academy. Like he was a good academy player, but he wasn't like, yo, this guy's gonna carry United into Rashford. But he got his opportunity like Saka did, and they was ready for senior football more than the star boy in the academy that had a higher ceiling. That you see in Rashford's year group, you know who they were talking about? Twanzebe.
Yeah.
They were saying he is a beast of a centre back.
You see when Rashford came into the There's someone we both know.
days.
Yes. That played against.
That's not recorded.
No, man.
The whole time.
It is. It's green. The button's green.
Nah, man. There's got to be bedrooms recording. I got Malcolm there, so we're good. I was leaving Malcolm there just in case. Don't know if that stops.
Hey.
Anyway, but yeah, fucking.
Someone we both know.
Someone we both know. Maybe cut his out. Literally played against Rashford in the kids.
Yeah.
Like the week before he made his debut. He literally played against him the week before and wait for it. This is the person you know who, mad honest person.
Yeah.
He said like I wouldn't want to say I pocketed him, but it was just just a normal game. Like and then, but adult ball, different
Look
thing.
now. Gaffers, it's been great. We probably run on the owners of the studio are probably going to charge us double, triple, but it's okay because you guys keep liking, sharing, subscribing, and YouTube will hopefully pay us. We've been the Gaffers. You've been great. As I said, please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and look out for more content from us this week. Make sure you follow up Trustco.
Get involved in that debate, man. Let us know. Saka or Foden. Let us
We need the
know.
comments. Peace.